Jewelry with original Lowrider, and we are in a beautiful ballroom. Perfect place to showcase the Rollerz Only Car Club chapter out of Pueblo, Colorado. We're gonna get their story, their takes. They're gonna introduce us to their rides that are graced. Most of them are just masterpiece classics, but they're gonna introduce us from the 60s, the 50s, and we're gonna get even into a little bit of the 40s. But before we do all of that, we're gonna get a little bit of their history as we continue down before we get to the tours. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Sean, the president. Take it away.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Sean Stoddard, president of Rollerz Only Pueblo, Colorado chapter. As Joe said, we've been around for 25 years. We started our chapter in 1998. I started this chapter along with another member by the name of Jose Mays. Fortunately, he's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Jose. So we started this chapter 25 years ago, and we built it over the years. First chapter to have Rollerz Only in Colorado out of the other chapters, so we started Rollerz Only here. This is who we are.
Sean, what does it take to run a car club like this? You guys have bylaws. Is there a chain of command?
There is. Yeah, there is. I mean, we run the chapter like a business. Obviously we have meetings every month. We make sure that when we find people to join our chapter, or people want to join our chapter, it's a two-step process. So we evaluate the member first and vote on the member before we do their car. So the member's more important than the car for us, because we want to make sure that we have good family-oriented people, and then also somebody who's capable of building a nice car that can keep up with our standards of our chapter. And that's how we select our members and keep it to a nice size. So that's how we kind of run our chapter a little bit different, and that's pretty much it. As far as bylaws, I mean, we keep our chapter, we're a traditional lowrider chapter. We keep it basically traditional lowriders. We have mostly 40s, 50s, and 60s. We don't have anything newer than that right now, and that's the way we like to try to keep it real traditional, follow some of the paths that some of those that were doing it longer than us kind of follow that path.
So your car may get you in this club, but the attitude will keep you here.
That's exactly right.
So let's meet these attitudes and personalities of each of these members, and then we'll go on tour right now. Rollerz Only, everybody. Introduce us to this very proud member of this 64 rag.
Yeah, right here we have Martin Lujan. We'll go ahead and take you for a walk through his car.
All right, yeah, like Sean said, my name is Martin Lujan. Been a member of Pueblo Rollerz Only chapter for 5 years now. Great 5 years, learned a lot from this team. I've known a lot of these members already. I've known some of these members for 15, 20 years. I've built a strong, healthy relationship with them, and that's what helped gravitate me to this club. I know a lot of great members in other clubs, but I've just, like I said, the history and the relationship I built with some of these members just made me want to continue to build a car of my own with this chapter. With their guidance, they've helped push and help build the car that you see today. So this is a 1964 Chevy ragtop Impala, and the paint, the top, the interior, the wheels, the suspension, everything has been adjusted and changed out, swapped in some type of form. Bought the car. Actually, fun fact, the day I drove the car home, the radiator blew. So it kind of helped put me on the path to want to continue to, and I'll show you the engine. It kind of helped put me on the path to change the entire engine, new transmission. You'll see a lot of engraving done by Crazy Cutting. The paint was done by a local painter here in Pueblo named Rupert. He actually put a couple blues together, made this nice blue. Pinstriping done by a local also. Redid the top, the interior. You can see the interior here. The suspension's been redone. I think everything you could think of that should and could possibly changed out has been changed out. And again, a lot of the insights. This right here is a special part for me right here. This is my grandparents, who are a big part of my life. I'm very fortunate for them and continue to get guidance from them. That's my mother right there. And obviously you see the banner, family over everything, which is very important to myself. And that's something that we also cherish as a club here in this chapter. We take care of family, we take care of each other. Proud of my family. That's the base of what helps me do everything in life. I'll show you the setup here. It's a little dark. Hopefully you get a good shot there. Just kind of kept it a little simple, but again changed it out. One of the things that I'm proud of that I've built with this car is the time and the moments and memories, I guess you could say, that I've had with my son. My son is 19. I've cherished a lot of moments that I had with him. He helped push me. To be honest with you, I think he's probably the main reason that this car is the way it is today. He, as I was busy with work, he would still, hey Dad, there's a car show. Let's do this. And he had some good ideas, and a lot of his ideas came into this car, and he helped bring it to life. Very, very proud of the masterpiece. That it's still not done, but very proud of where we're at today. And again, a lot of this was also put with influence with my club members. A lot of good leadership and a lot of good guidance of where not to settle and continue to go to the next bar, and raise the next bar, and continue to raise the goal.
Good story, man. Beautiful. Keep it going. We have a 63 convertible, silver and black. Sean, do the honors. Introduce the proud owner here.
Yeah, this is our vice president of our chapter. This is Angelo Soto.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing, man? So I'm Angel Soto. I'm the vice president of the Pueblo Rollerz Only chapter. Been a 15-year member and been doing the VP stuff for 10 years now. So what I'm working with right here is a 1963 Chevy Impala convertible. You know, it's got the Galaxy silver paint, a little bit of pinstripe, silver leafing. You know, it's got the some of the etch work done on the hood lip molding, and just try to keep it a little subtle, so you know it's not too much overly powered in one or the other. Running an Outless 1.57 4L60E transmission. It's got the fully wrapped frame. Chromed tubs, chromed goodies.
How much time did it take you to drop that motor in there?
You know, it took us about a month to get it all, you know, dialed in and running right, and you know, but still, you know, they're never done. So long as you got to keep them on the road, you know.
There's a lot of LSs dropping into these classics.
Yes, that seems to be the way to go, man. And actually, you know, coming from carbureted in my 65, I wasn't too sure. But I like it, you know, especially with the hydraulics, and when you get on the highway and take off, it just rumbles.
And what separates us from the rest with all those muscle cars, all those Corvettes, and all those guys out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that we have hydraulic cylinders.
That's it. We're on fluid. So we've got, you know, but we've gone through the car pretty good. It's got the 13.7 all gold centers on it. Got the chrome suspension. We've had all the plating redone on the outside of the car. Did a little bit of mixed gold. It's got the 64 inserts. I just kind of like the way the silver hit better on the 64. So we went with that route there. It's got the digital gauges, padded dash, power windows. You know, got to have the Rollerz Only engraved plaque. And then as we get into the back, I kind of try to keep the theme of like we did on the hood lip molding there. It's got a whammy tank setup, keeping it clean on 5 batteries. You know, got to have a little bit of music, so ended up doing the paneling and the subs, and giving something nice for the guys at the shows too. So
very nice.
Thank you, we appreciate
and
that.
Being a VP, you have to have your standards have to be up there, right?
Yes, sir.
You have to lead by example.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you know, you got to have your car looking right. You gotta, you know, you got your brothers going on the road and doing the shows. You got to be out there with them, right? So that's what we do. You know, and just a little bit about our club. You know, we're a brotherhood. You know, all of us, we hang out. We support each other and our families, our kids. You know, so it's not just something that we're doing at the shows, and that just keeps that brotherhood really tight. And you know, and then it just kind of motivates others to come in and be a part of what we've got going on.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And then we have a 62 Impala.
Yeah, so the proud owner of this one is Dutton, and let him talk to you about his car.
How's it going? It's my 62 Impala. I've been a part of the chapter 6 years now. I was kind of born into this club. My father is still a member as well. He kind of got me into it, following his footsteps in that. He owns a 64 Impala. But this is my baby now, under the full 6 years since I've been a member. Got the nice pinstripes, look for a little bit of gold accents, engraving here and there. Original 283 motor. I'll jump into that here.
Your dad was into 64s, you went to a 62. Is there a reason why you didn't follow his footsteps?
Kind of like the body style a little better. Kind of like the curves and the angles.
A little more design to him?
Yeah, a little bit more design. A little bit, that's what you see.
Yeah, 62 is a little bit more sporty.
So I still got the original 283 in it, 2-speed, just kind of dressed her up real nice. Chrome gold accents on that. A little bit of engraving there, chromed it up, gold. Of course, got the 88 spoke Dayton's engraved knockoff as well to match. The all red interior, that's what sold me. Got to get the all white with the red interior. Got the 6 switches, all engraved dash on that. Of course, a little bit of gold touches in here as well. Of course, got to roll the fender skirts. That nice low look in the back. Gold engraved rollers plaque to match as well. And this is the pretty part. Got the 4 pumps, all hardline, gold engraved backing plate, 6 batteries. And of course, got the jams when cruising.
So you accented it a little bit with gold to be different?
Yeah, definitely. I've all my dad's Impala, it's all gold, so I just kind of follow that part too, but I kind of toned it down compared to his. But
you could do that with the white though.
Oh yeah, the definitely white and gold is definitely possible.
Is there a special white on this?
No, it's just pretty much the original color white on that.
Nice. Would you say your car's better than your dad's?
No, definitely not.
All right, I saw that smile, so
yeah.
We'll see.
But he's definitely helped me get in the right footstep, or in the right path there, so.
Good.
Which is nice.
It's a good dad. All right, everybody, and now we're gonna jump into a 58.
Yeah, so the proud owner of this beautiful car is Ruben Martinez.
Yeah, I just recently got the car done. Bought it a couple of years ago. It was already a nice car. 58 is my favorite year. I've built several others and built several others for other people. I finally just said I'm gonna get this one done and have a car to drive this year. So this is the first year, first show I brought it out this year.
So when you say you've built, you actually do build?
Yeah, I built.
You're hands-on on everything here.
Exactly. Yeah.
I understand you're modest, but you're articulate.
Yeah, I have a restoration business. I build cars and I don't ever get to do my own anymore, but I really...
Body work too here?
Yeah, body work.
Really?
Everything.
How long did it take you to do the body work on it, being that it's your car?
This car actually was in pretty decent shape. Just the paintwork on it was a little fair, so took everything off, stripped the car down, got it all smooth, took all the trim, got it polished, located all these accessories, visors, spotlights, like this paint divider. It was a little bit tough to find. The Continental kit, the dual antennas, skirts, all the things that I think that are kind of required on a 58 to make it look complete. The color, I really like the color. It's not a popular color.
What is it? Is it a special mix?
No, it's an original color. I had a really hard time getting the color match. I actually matched it off the glove box. It was original paint. It had a different color on it. It wasn't original, so I wanted the interior original. I wanted the body original. I did some upgrades. Like I changed the transmission from a standard on the column to 700R4, so it's automatic now. I did put power disc brakes in the front, shortened the rear end, rebuilt it. you know, I can put the 13.7s in back.
What do you do for a living?
Actually, for my real job is I drive a locomotive. I drive a train. It's my real job, and then I also have a restoration business that I do. So.
On the side, your hobby.
Yeah, it's sometimes.
What did it take you to build this? I know because you had to do the interior to match up the outside paint. How long did it take you to do this project on your own?
I actually bought the car, like I said, it's been a couple years, but I actually just pretty much finished the car in the last 5 weeks.
Wow.
I took the car apart and it just kind of been sitting since last August. And I just said, now I'm going to finish the car and get it done. So in about last 5 weeks, I've completed the car.
So they say you're very articulate. Are you happy? Are you satisfied?
I got a few more things to do.
You're a perfectionist.
Yeah,
huh?
I'd like to do a few more things, and I like to drive my cars. So I'd like to do a few more things. So I'd like to be able to drive this car wherever I want. So I'd like to do a few more things, and it does run and drive good. It's not the original 348. It runs and drives nice. I drove it from Pueblo to Colorado Springs, which is, you know, highway driving, things like that. So I'm not scared to drive it. I just like to do a few more things to it, and I'll be happy with it.
Can you pop the doors? Let's give it. But you're kind of never happy, are you?
No, probably not.
That's cool though. Man, you're lucky though, you can do all of this yourself. Because it would take us 10 years and about 10 times that amount of money just to get up something like this. And you never give the love and everything that somebody else would do on your car other than yourself, you know? You would do all the extra detail because you care for it. It's a hell of an investment, man.
Yeah, I think I'll try to build one more car, and I think I'm probably done restoring cars for myself, I think. But we'll see how that goes.
Beautiful.
Okay, and the owner of this beautiful 57 among the others is Angelo Romero.
My name is Angelo Romero. I've been lowriding since I was about 16 years old. I built several lowriders over the years, but my original love was once I've seen the first convertible 57 Chevy Bel Air. My dad has always been raised in the Tri-5s, and with this one, this was my actual dream car to own. And so I started as an original 57. I bought it in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Started tricking it out completely. Went to hydraulics, got all the accessories for it. Wanted to make this a complete show car for me because I knew I would never get rid of this car. So when I started, I got all the accessories, spotlights, compass, electronic eye, the sound bar, the cigarette dispenser, everything that I possibly could find for this car to have as far as accessories. We took it, we pinstriped it, we've basically did mirrors, did all new suspension underneath, made sure that this car was pretty durable. It's been to Vegas 3 times, it's won all over the state, San Antonio, Wichita, Kansas, everywhere where we could possibly take it, it's been. This car has been shown very well. It pops up on Facebook, pops up all over the place, and it's just amazing how much it's gotten attention that it's gotten over the years. So I've been pretty blessed to be able to add to this and be able to show this. And this is one of my dream teams. I've had the whole Tri-5 collection, all convertibles, but this one was my absolute favorite car to start with, and then I built it from there. But we did the engine, where the engine was chromed and gold plated. I wanted to keep it, again, traditional lowrider, and that's why I'm keeping it under that category, so I can compete under traditional. So we kept the original engine, just chromed and gold everything, made sure everything ran good. We went through the engine completely, and then went from there. I wanted to put hydraulics on this car because I knew I would never get rid of this car, and so that's what I decided to do, is make sure and lift it. And when we did the mural, I wanted to name the car El Matador because it was never been done before, and it was definitely just something that I really came up with to come up with a good theme for this car. And so I was able to come up with the design for the murals and everything. Like the trunk, it's been completely tricked out with the hydraulics, speakers, batteries, mirrors, and everything is lit up LED. We did the murals on, of course, the fender skirts, keeping that Matador theme all the way through the car.
So this is part of your dream team.
Yes.
57.
57 was my first love. I've always knew I'd love the Tri-5s. My second one, again, the 56. The 56 has a totally different look to it as far as the trim-wise. We changed out the rear end so I could put the spokes on it. This one is one of my newest ones, so I haven't gone completely through as much as I like to, but we're just starting off. We're going to change the interior, reamp everything, just starting up. But this car will drive up the highway like no other. It is a very durable car, and I love it. It's just got a great look to it for the 56. It's got a different trim package on it. The engine is all original, same thing, gone through it. But it is a very, very durable car. It has all the bumpers, accessories on it, power factory windows, power factory brakes, power factory seats on this car. So that's what makes this car pretty unique as far as what it has. Of course, the engine is all original, all gone through it. Very durable car to drive.
57, 56.
And now the last, the 55.
55.
This is a very unique color. It's called the Coral Pink from Chevy, and it's got just such a unique look to it. Had it, again, put the rear end, put the spokes. This interior has gone through. This one is very, very, again, original, but it's done very well, nice. The colors just pops. And this car it just gets so much attention. But having the collection of all of them, that was my total dream.
All rags too.
All rags. Pinstriped it again. Everything was gone through it, and this car is just amazing. This engine has got the 265 in it. Again, keeping that all original traditional look, and that's what I'm kind of after, is keeping them more traditional as possible.
Do you have a preference or a favorite?
You know, my first car was a 57. That was my love. I mean, that car's won everywhere. But the 56 has got a sexy look to it. And then you look, I mean, I really don't. I love them all. But 57 is my actual dream. That car, again, I will not sell any of these cars. These are going to stick with me till I go. But building this team was my absolute goal. I've sold so many cars over the years to get to this point. 61s, 58s. I've had just about every car that you can think of, and I've sold them all just to build up this team. And the last one, it was a 59, the hardtop, and that's how I was able to acquire the 56. Did some trading, but seen that car, and I was after that car ever since.
How long have you been in Rollerz now?
I've been in Rollerz for about 8 years. Been on and off with friends all my life with these guys. We've been raised in Pueblo since I was about 16 years old. Again, we build this team as a family. This team is just, we've grown up together. Our kids have grown up together, and it's just amazing how this group just sticks together. And it's so family oriented. We get together for birthdays and anniversaries, everything that you can think of. We're always together. We hang out pretty good as far as a team.
Well, you make up for 3 members all in one with these rides.
I do. I've
Beautiful,
been blessed.
man.
Yeah, definitely been blessed for sure. Myself, I actually own Romero Funeral Home. I own a funeral home family business. I've been doing that all my life, and I love what I do. And that's basically, this is my outlet, is to get away from that stress every day and just be here with the cars.
Classic. Thank you.
Over here, we had the owner of this beautiful truck is our Sergeant at Arms, Ralph Villegas.
How are you? This is my 1950 Chevy truck. Been in the club since 2007. Like everybody says, we're Pueblo, Colorado, also known as the Steel City. My mural right here represents the steel mill that has been running since 1940 something. Of course, we shot it right in front of the truck. And then on this mural here are my 4 kids down at the Riverwalk that we're known for, the Arkansas Riverwalk. Got a Chevy 350 in there, a little bit of engraving, 2-tone gold, matched on that. Headlight bezels, of course, the RO there, the grill. Originally bought the truck because when we were kids, my grandpa had one, and I've always wanted to build one because I looked up to him, and finally came to chance to get one. So I built it the way I think he would have wanted, in a sense, keeping it traditional with the white walls. One mirror, a little more engraving there. Got leather and suede on the inside, a little more engraving on the steering wheel. Shaved radio delete. then of course it's subframed. It sits on air ride, so we had to lift the bed up a little bit. Put the old visors in the back. Of course, kept it with some striping.
So let me ask you a quick question. So you're Sergeant at Arms, and so far on this tour, everybody that we've interviewed looks like they're very responsible for what they do.
Yes.
I mean, they all kick in. Everybody's in sync here. The chemistry sounds great.
Yeah, we've got.
Is your job hard? I mean, as a Sergeant at Arms, there's got to be discipline, fines.
There is, but I mean, like you said, we're very disciplined. I haven't had to give any fines. You know, we've got a pretty strict motto, but no.
Anybody late for meetings or anything like that?
Yeah.
They are?
Occasional late meetings, yeah. I think every meeting we have one, at least one or two.
How long you been Sergeant at Arms?
I'd say, I think 7 to 8 years.
Wow. Must handle yourself pretty well then.
Thank you.
Or just fines only, no SWATs, nothing like that?
No, nothing like that. I've never had to take anybody's stitch or black, nothing like that.
Yeah, that's good then. That's called doing your job.
Yeah.
All right, man. Now we have a 49.
Yeah, over here, the owner of this beautiful 49 is our public relations, Chuck Gonzalez.
Hello, this is the 49 Chevy Fleetline. My car is Pueblo. I'm from Pueblo, born and raised. Downtown Pueblo here, Union Avenue. This car belonged to my father, right here on the visor. He built it. I was taken apart early 90s and never got done until he passed away. After he passed away, I started the car and I got it done in about 4 years. It has a Mustang 2 front end, has a 350 Chevy, turbo 350 tranny, Mustang 2. Nice and subtle engraving. I don't want to overpower it like a lot of people do. Paint tried by a local guy here in town. Triple gold Zenith. On the inside,
So
interior.
Your dad raised you well.
Yes, sir.
And now you're taking care of his car and carrying on with his traditions.
I will do it for the rest of my life.
Yep.
It's 4-linked in the back. Hydraulics, has a mini whammy setup from Milo. It's a subtle engraving. There's a couple chips. I drive it. I'm in it every couple of weeks. I'm on the highway, 90 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour. Pueblo to Springs, all over the place.
It's all about the ride, man.
I enjoy every minute of it. Me and my family, my kids.
Is that how your dad raised you, about the ride, jump in the car, let's go?
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
It ain't always made to be on a trailer wherever you go.
Right. Well, you managed to keep it beautiful too. It's still in pristine condition, man. Everything.
I couldn't do it without my girlfriend and my kids, my family. So it's definitely known around town. I'm definitely known around town as a great person and a good car, and I enjoy every minute of it.
What do you do for public relations with the club?
Public relations, I do a lot of communicating, a lot of organizing, just fill in where it needs to be. You know, I deal with the public every day. I own Charles & Charles Tree Service. I took it over after my father passed away. He passed away in 2005, and I joined Pueblo Rollerz Only in 2006, and still a very active member to this day.
This is one of our newest members, Lee Herrera.
Yeah, so I'm in the process of building a 1958 Chevy Impala with a whole frame-off restoration on it, full engraving. This is the car we just purchased. Blue shirt with the fellas for the summer. It's a 47 Chevy Fleetline.
So the best of what? So you go from the 40s into the 50s, right?
Yeah.
You're building a 58 also?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a 58, something in the 50s that are classic, compared to these guys here, the bombs? Because it's two different worlds.
It is. You know, there's so many accessories you can get for an old 40s bomb like this. There's quite a bit of difference there.
I mean, but you have both looks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can never be bored. Two completely different styles. How long have you had this one?
We just recently purchased from California. But we've done a little bit of touches to it with the pinstriping, but some skirts, changed the wheels.
So all you got to do is just dust it, car cover it, and spend most of your time on that 58.
Yeah.
What color are you going on the 58?
We're doing that in a candy brandy wine.
Wow. How long you been in the club?
We've been about 6 months now.
It's a beautiful lineup. Every one of these members, man, are cool people. All right, everybody, so there you have it. From the ballroom itself, Pueblo, Colorado, the Rollerz only. As you can see, most of these interviews in here, in fact, all of them, they showed hood, trunk, interior, upgrades on everything. All these cars are more than just classics, traditionals. They take care of business from the 50s, the 40s, and of course the 60s. But every gentleman here handled himself well. They represent that brand, Rollerz only, very well, especially out here in Colorado. But everybody seems like they have business to take care of. Everybody knows their roles here. Everybody is in sync. Spoke to the Sergeant at Arms, just about your Vice President, everybody. You guys all have the same story. So it's just all about rolling on, Rollerz only. What is the culture? Because everybody's gonna ask, Pueblo, Colorado. We've heard of Denver. What is Pueblo like, especially when it comes to lowriding?
Well, first of all, I would say that very confidently that Pueblo is the lowriding capital of Colorado. It's a smaller town than Denver. Everybody knows Denver because it's a big city. Pueblo's a lot smaller. We're 100 miles south of Denver, for those that don't know. But lowriding's never died, right? So lowriding was very strong in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, and it kind of phased off a little bit. That never happened here. Lowriding's always been strong. All of the clubs get along with each other. There's no drama. Everybody's, a lot of unity going along. For the most part, everybody can cruise freely. The police don't harass anybody, pull people over. They get a little bit strict on the hydraulics every once in a while, but for the most part, it's a very good vibe and a very good culture out here.
But you guys have your standards to uphold out this way, right? You're one of the top car clubs, so to speak, and then being around for almost 3 decades,
yeah.
You do get along with all the other car clubs out here.
We do, absolutely.
When did lowriding kind of start out here, would you say?
Gosh, it's hard for me. I first was exposed to lowriding when I was a young kid. I lived in some apartment complexes, and there was a car club by the name of Eastside Lowride that they had a bunch of bombs, and they had this back in the tuck and roll and biscuit tuck interiors and the swivel seats, and they would let us, we were 5, 6 years old, they would let us go in there and play in their cars and play with their switches and stuff like that. So for me, that was probably 85, 83, 85. That's my first exposure to lowriding here in Pueblo. But it's been around even before that. There's car clubs that have been around. Chuck's dad was in a car club called Love and Low, I believe, back in the 70s. And so, yeah, lowriding's been around for a long time. It's very strong. Again, no drama. We hold ourselves to a very high level, Rollerz only, especially Pueblo. I mean, a lot of people know us, even though we're from a small town. People know us from all over the U.S. because these guys like to travel. So one of the cool things about our chapter is we don't stay in our backyard. We've been all over the U.S., whether it be Vegas, L.A., Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Kansas City. I mean, everywhere. These guys will jump in their cars and take their cars and show what Pueblo's all about.
There you are. They're very well spoken. You may hear that voice coming out of their president, but each and every member, they're disciplined. You guys, this is your passion, man, out here. If you notice that some of these cars that they see, we're in the Pueblo Convention Center in a ballroom here, and you guys were very well represented. There are trophies in some of the front seats and plaque awards, but each and every one of your members is sort of like a trophy here. When it comes to the standards and the examples that you have this, not just out here in Colorado, but for everywhere out there, especially everybody watching, you guys lead by example very well. You guys are well maintained well ran, just like the Sergeant at Arms said. Late, once in a while, we had a few laughs. Fashion to be late, best exemplifies what this club is all about. Hoods, trunks, classic, 64, 3, 2, 58, 57, 56, 5, the 50, the 49, the 47. They have it all. They have a variety of everything. And just like the trophies in their cars, they represent bull riding, not just in Pueblo, Colorado, but everywhere. You guys are a great example to all of us. So, Pueblo, Colorado, you guys are who?
Rollerz only!